Hey, Mama, if you want, you can sit on that side. So I'm only going to be live for a little while. Finish my client's extension install. So I said this would be the perfect time for me to actually go live while I'm doing it. And then, of course, if you guys are new here, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and the subscribe button. All right, so we've already prepped her. If you guys don't already know, my client has alopecia in her crown, which it is scarred, so it's irreversible. And we do what we call an alopecia weaving service. Hers is very customized because we've added a couple different techniques or done a couple different techniques so that she gets longevity with her installation. About how long does yours last now? 3 weeks? 3 months? 3 months. She said 3 months. I don't think it lasted.
No.
3 months?
It was June, July.
It lasted all that time.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, well, I thought she was joking, but she was being for real. Well, hers lasts, 3 months, y'all. Miss Christine, we're going to have a conversation here. That's a very long time for this install. That is not safe. But she has scarring, so her scarring, like I said, it's irreversible. It's not like hair could grow in that area kind of thing. So of course she can keep hers for that long, which I'm honored that it lasted that long, but the stylist that I am says that that's way too long. Anyhow, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and install her extensions. Before I install her extensions, I'm gonna silk out her hair so that once the extensions are installed, I don't have to go back and do that. And silking out her hair is really quick. She also has fine textured salt and pepper hair, which a lot of you probably do. And then we're probably going to give her a very slight trim around her sides and back. Around her sides and back. For her shampoo today, I use the Elite Clarify. Of course, that's always going to be our first shampoo. Elite Clarify will go back in stock today. Hey, Grace. And then we use our Mended system, which is the Control Collection. That is the frizz control and split end mender system that we have. So I use the shampoo and the mask on her today for her wash. You know, I just noticed that. Never mind. When I saw you hand her the phone, right? I'm like, why you handing her your phone? You know, you could have came inside with her, right? Listen, I'm looking like, well, how y'all know each other? Why? Yes. Okay. So if you just follow me, if you go to the left here, follow it to the next door.
Okay.
When you go out the door, it's the door on the right.
Okay.
It has yellow walls like this.
All right. Thank you.
So you guys know tomorrow is our Halloween sale, which is our annual Halloween sale. Now, because you guys know anytime I come on live, I like to give you guys a little discount or two, little thingy, just to say thank you for coming on the live, right? Anyhow, instead of you guys having to wait until tomorrow for the Halloween sale to start, which is midnight, where everything is going to be 30% off, 31% off, it will actually start today. So it has actually already started. So all of the products that you guys hear me mentioning while I'm on live today is a part of the sale. And actually the sale is site-wide. It includes bundle kits. So the bundle kits are priced as marked. It includes all of our Control collection, all of the B7 collection, all of the Mended collection, all of the hair repair and restore collection, all of the moist repair collection. So all of that is included in that sale, where you guys are able to utilize that time before anybody else knows about it to get on the site. So everything is 31% off on the Elite Hair Care site. It will apply to the body care site tomorrow. So you guys will be able to shop the body care, that kind of stuff. And I keep saying body care because I'm so used to saying it. But I meant the Crystal W site, which is my body care stuff. So kind of one and the same. All right, so we're going to go ahead and apply her extensions. Now I am using adhesive to apply her extensions, but even though she's scarred, let's talk about it. So even though her alopecia has gone to the scarring stage, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to protect the area. So she still has 1, 2, 3 levels of protection plus one final level, which is the netting that I put up there because she perspires. Tilt back from me. So the netting allows her to perspire and her tracks not lift up, which this was a technique that I learned from another stylist that I did a training with. And this technique works really well because it allows her to perspire and the netting protects the water-soluble adhesive that we use to actually bind or hold down the extensions. Okay, so that is something that I really like, which is another reason probably why her install lasts so long. We've tried every kind of way to install hers, right? We've done every kind of install on her. And this one has proven to be the best way, am I right? Correct. This one, she literally holds on to this one and it lasts a very long time. Yes. All right, so when I lay my tracks, I like to put my glue down first. You can do it either way. I know some of you who've never been on my channel are probably saying, oh my gosh, she's putting so much glue. Well, there's 4 layers of protection here. The glue is not even near her scalp. It has to actually break through 4 different layers before it could even get to her scalp. And even then, it can't break through those layers because those layers are not water soluble. The ones on top are not water soluble. And then, of course, I'm so glad to even say that I'm doing hers because she's salt and pepper. So you guys know that I've been talking about a violet toning shampoo for forever. So come Black Friday weekend, we'll be launching 2 different products. So the first one is the low porosity collection, which you guys have heard me talking about. That is a ultra hydrating collection that is infused with snail mucin. Okay, and then we also have our Voila. Oh, hold on, here we go. Voila silver, gray, and blonde. Too late now. So I'm sorry if I can't read your comments, you guys. Yep, actually, my trustworthy client can read you. You want to read my comments for me? My client is going to read the comments for me, you guys. Let me find it. If they're saying hi, you don't have to read it. It's like if it's a question or something.
It says, how are you today? I've never received the information to download your birthday business book bundles. Please help.
So you need to, for the person who's asking about the birthday bundle, you need to go back to your email confirmation. On the email confirmation down at the bottom, it will have a link to download it. That's how all of our ebooks are downloaded.
Someone said no sound.
All right, the sound should be back now, you guys. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat, please. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. And tell me if you see any 1s.
Someone said the sound came back.
Okay, good. My phone rang, so that's probably why the sound went out. You guys didn't miss anything when you guys said the sound was on, so. Alright, so we're almost done with the install. When I get to the top, I like to make it nice and thin because you want it to mimic like it was her hair, even though we know that it's a weave. Most people don't because this hair blends really, really well for her. Well, so the question for what shampoo do you use for salt and pepper hair? The fact that you're salt and pepper is that's not really a thing. We need to know your porosity and your texture. Salt and pepper is just a color. That doesn't say a texture. Salt and pepper hair can be a million different textures. Just because it's salt and pepper, that doesn't mean that it has its own texture. So we need your porosity and we need your texture. Or density. You can't even say density. Where's my...
Someone said, will Yoni be back in stock for sale?
Yes, Yoni will be back in stock, but not today. We're waiting on more bottles for Yoni.
For the salt and pepper person, they said they have fine relaxed hair.
Fine, relaxed hair. Perfect. So salt and pepper, fine, relaxed hair. You can use the B7 shampoo, conditioner, leave-in conditioner, or mask. That line is definitely tailored towards fine textured, relaxed hair. Or you can use the hair repair and restore collection. That one would work as well. And then you guys don't forget your styling aids, like your goddess polish, your frizz control. Frizz control is going to be your heat protectant for my low porosity people. It also serves as a hair shaft sealer and a glossifier. The goddess polish also has some heat protectant properties and it's an actual glossifier as well. So I have about 1.5 inches of space to work with. So I'm gonna start closing her, which most of you would know this as around the world if you're a stylist. If you're not, there's a million different ways to close out your installs. I still do it the traditional way.
Someone said, I have been watching many of your videos and I believe I have alopecia scarring in the back of my head, lower part. I didn't realize I was using synthetic ponytail drawstrings.
So you have alopecia in the back of your head. You didn't realize and you were using synthetic drawstrings. So where were you putting the drawstring ponytails? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 202 East Colonial Drive. Yeah. Okay, Mom. You're welcome. Thank you.
And then they said that they don't really know how to style their hair.
I mean, I can't really help you with the styling part. That's something you're gonna have to kind of train yourself on. Like for styling, what I tell people to do if you're not really into styling, go on YouTube just like you are right now. Pick a stylist that you really like, because there's a lot of like natural hair people who do a lot of like textured styles. I don't do textured styles. I'm one of those people. I feel like that could be done. That's something that I would not pay somebody to do. But that's something you're gonna have to kind of just watch some videos and more train yourself on. All right, so I'm creating my closure piece.
Okay, the person who asked about the salt and pepper hair, she said UV and what else for fine relaxed hair?
Say again?
She said she commented UV and what else for fine relaxed hair?
UV.
Yeah, UV B7.
Oh, B7. Hey, how are you, dear?
Pretty good. How are you today?
Good. You can have a seat over there.
Yeah.
It's B7 collection. So anything in the B7 collection will work. I'm like, what is UV?
The person who commented for the alopecia in the back of her head, she was wondering if the synthetic hair has been eating out the back of her hair.
I highly doubt it if that it's a synthetic hair. It's probably just over time, something that you've been doing, something that was happening in on your internal parts of your body. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a ponytail or because it was a weave. That's not 100% gonna be the answer, but I'm not gonna say that it isn't because I don't know. All right, I'm putting my closure on. So she likes her bangs nice and long. And if you guys notice, her base is flat. Chin down for me. Her base is nice and flat. That's what you want. You want your base flat. You want it to look like the top of your head. All right, so we're gonna do her bangs first. Which, as I said, she likes her bangs to be nice and long.
Yeah.
Okay, someone commented that they have alopecia in their crown area from a medication that they were on, and since being off the meds, they see that some of their hairs are growing. What products will help them? And they have your Goddess Hair Serum, and they love it.
So the person, well, congrats that your hair is growing back since stopping the medication, which that can definitely happen. My question would be, what's your texture? What's your porosity? So like when you guys are asking what products to use, my question is gonna always be, what is your porosity? That's the starting point. I need to know your porosity before I can even attempt to give you a product.
And someone commented that their hair is growing slow in the back. They are relaxed salt and pepper. What products are good for their hair?
The hair is growing in the back,
Yes.
and they're relaxed salt and pepper.
Yes.
The relaxed salt and pepper, you be in the same field. Either the hair repair and restore collection or the B7 collection. Right here's good. Or the B7 collection.
The person with the alopecia, she said, I am low porosity.
Low porosity and natural, or low porosity and relaxed? Even. So we're gonna go ahead and curl her. You can read any questions.
Someone said that how can they soften their daughter's natural hair without chemicals she used to?
How can they soften your daughter's natural hair without chemicals? Honestly, it sounds like your daughter's probably low porosity. There's really no softening unless it's automatically soft. That's kind of a not able to answer question, because more than likely, if her hair is really coarse or rough, texturizers is typically what would be used for that. That is what they're designed for. But if you're not trying to go that route, then you're just gonna have to just keep moisturizing. It's just gonna be an everyday battle, because that is a common characteristic of low porosity hair. It's not something that just goes away. But you can use the moist repair if you need to just like hydrate. The Moist Me 24 karat mask is also really good, because that's an intense hydrator. And then we have the low porosity collection coming out on Black Friday.
Someone asked, what state are you in?
I'm in Florida, Central Florida.
Okay, someone asked, Botox or keratin on 4C hair?
Neither. I don't offer Botox. I don't offer keratin. I don't like any one of them. They are all damaging to the hair over time. They just eat the hair away. It's gonna be beautiful your first day, 2 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Check me about 2 months from now. It's gonna be a different story. You say cancel. People want to call when I'm on. It never fails. No one calls when I'm not on here. Alright, so I'm just silking out her hair along with the extensions, which I'm not really focusing on her hair per se. Just really blending the extensions and smoothing them out. So this particular brand is more a yaki type hair. So it's a little more coarse, which is another reason why I like it for the salt and pepper, because it blends really well. And this hair is not expensive.
Someone asked, what's the best kids detangler?
So we have our Hydra Strength leave-in conditioning spray that works as a detangler. It doesn't matter if they're a child or an adult. The only time it matters is when we're talking about an infant or a toddler. Children have more hair than we will ever have. So I hate to hear when people say, oh, I have a kid. Yeah, they still have way more hair than we have, and they need way more care than we do. So you're gonna basically just go off of their porosity. Same thing, their texture. More than likely, most kids are low porosity, because their metabolism is super high. Most times our kids are natural. So I'd say the Moist Repair collection, most definitely, and the Moist Me 24 karat mask.
Someone asked, what brand hair are you using?
This is called Empire. It's a company called Empire. You can find it in any traditional ethnic hair care store or hair supply or beauty supply. Call it the hood supply, whatever. They're all the same. Go to your local hood, you will find it, I promise. And don't buy it on Amazon. You're gonna overpay for it. This hair is like no more than $20, $25. You wanna go get some air?
No, I'm kidding. It's like, I don't know what it is. But thank you.
Someone asked, hi, how are you and family? Is a body wave okay for hair or is perm hair more healthier?
Is a body wave okay for hair
Yeah,
or relaxed hair more? Is that different?
yeah.
I mean, I don't know what a body wave to me is a type of hair. So I'm a little confused. Is that a chemical service that you're talking about? Because I know relaxed hair is relaxed hair, yes. But a body wave sounds like extensions. Clarify just a little for me. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and trim her up, which is just at the base. And then because this is extensions, you don't want to put too much oil on it. You don't want to be heavy-handed with any kind of products because it will make the hair separate and start looking really like stringy. With extensions, you want to try to limit product on it in its entirety. The most you can use is just a little bit of goddess polish or something of that nature, but I wouldn't even use too much of that.
Someone commented salt and pepper hair related dry. What oil do I use?
Salt and pepper hair related,
Yeah, and then
dry.
yeah.
If you're low porosity, once again, salt and pepper means nothing, you guys. That's just a color. If you're low porosity, then you can use a little bit of the frizz control as an after product. I would definitely say start hydrating more. So either the moist, well, not even either. The moist repair collection for right now is going to be probably one of the best bets for you. Moist Me 24 Karat Mask. That's another one. And then, of course, when the low porosity collection drops on Black Friday, that will be another hydration system that you can use. That's an intense hydration system infused with snail mucin. But for now, moist repair. And then don't forget, you guys, everything today through the 31st during our annual Halloween sale is 31% off. No code is needed.
Someone commented, do you advise your clients on hairstyles that can best suit them when they do their hair according to their face structure?
If they ask, yes, but most times clients come in already knowing what they want. It's very rare that I'll get a client that comes in, I don't know, just do something. Probably not. But once they tell me what direction they're trying to go, then we start there, just in case they do ask my opinion. Alright, we're gonna spray her with a little bit of hairspray just to give her a light hold. Get rid of some of those little frizzies. But with this hair, the frizzies is what gives it that salt and pepper characteristic anyway, so it doesn't actually look like it's not her hair. All right, my dear.
All righty. Just a wash and the what you call it, treatment?
Protein?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Still got some hair left.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you. I want to use the restroom.
Okay, so when you go to the left here,
Uh-huh.
go straight down the hall to the door,
Okay.
and then the door on the right when you open the door.
Okay. Thank you. You're welcome.
Someone said, can you tell if your hair is high porosity or low porosity?
So we have a What's My Porosity video guide on the website. You can go to elitehaircareusa.com. And that is where it teaches you all about porosity, learning what your porosity is, all of that good stuff. So what big chop you doing? Make me understand. But you already know?
Yeah, I want to go not like.
Well, let me see.
Cause it's falling. I don't know. Everything I do is just like.
It's coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, you want a short?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
So,
Like a lot of hair is just falling and falling and falling.
yeah, that's really rough. But you do know that's not your curl pattern. So you gotta keep in mind whatever your curl pattern is what you get. Okay. So you want it to be more like a taper cut,
What's that?
kind of like a little longer here, but shorter on the sides and the back. Where this side can like typically it's like not slicks. I'm not gonna say faded out, but it's short. Yeah. You sure? Alright, well, we gonna go ahead and start then.
Crowns, my life.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a hot mess.
Yeah, it's shedding real bad.
Yeah.
Alright, come on up.
Alright.
Sit here, let me get a towel and stuff. I'm gonna preliminarily cut it.
Oh.
Most of it down now, and then we'll finish it out after. So we're definitely doing a big chop, but she's already natural, you guys. So it's not necessarily a big chop, it's a haircut. She's getting a haircut. And some highlights. Alright, so we're gonna start by doing a preliminary cut. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave a lot of her length on the top just in case, so we can see what we're doing later on. You guys know I love to cut. I love it. Alright, so we're gonna leave this area for just a moment. The sides and the back, we're gonna cut them down. And the reason for her cutting is because her hair's been shedding really bad. And she just basically wants to start over. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So she just wants to, and it is really shedding. Like, as I'm pulling it, it's shedding. So that says a lot. I think she's making the right decision here. Usually I'd be like, you sure? So even with this, did you put like something on your hair, like a chemical service or something? No, nothing? It just started shedding.
I don't know. You just start shedding.
It's different. Alright, you guys, I'm going to take my clippers and taper down the nape just a little bit, because I know I'm not leaving her nape this way. All right. So we was right here. We was right here.
No, I came down this way and I'm like, why do I think it's 235? And that's the only number I had stuck in my head. So I parked right across the street
So
to
you
call
just-
you.
You just told yourself who you
Yeah, it's like 235, 230. I don't understand. And then my husband's like, it can't be that number. I'm like, okay, let me call her.
I'm surprised he can get frustrated real fast. Like,
Yes.
you know, they have no patience.
So I'm like, oh, well, I was wrong, but it's 202. And he was like, well, I don't remember seeing that number. I was like, 200's right across the street, so it has to be over there.
Yeah, it's not, you weren't that far off. At least you were in the right area,
In the
because
right
there's
area.
a 202 way on the east side too.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Alright, you guys, so I'm just using my brush just to take out the ends because they are tightly bound, and guess what? The moment I go to shampoo her, it will lock up. So you want to just go through, you can comb through, you can brush through. Now this is not the full haircut, but I want to get it to a place where I can kind of see my direction ahead of time. All right. We're gonna go to the shampoo room. Okay. You can follow me. Ooh. If you want to bring a chair with you, so you can sit down back here. All right, you guys. We're gonna go ahead and shampoo her.